Hello ex-Jehovah's Witnesses. Well, I've been recently watching a bunch of videos by JWFAIRYTALE, who is an amazing storyteller. Really fun stories, and to be honest with you, even I, who lived 25 years as a Jehovah's Witness, listen to some of them and think, seriously, you've got to be making that up. But then I thought to myself, this will not stand. I'm not going to have it anymore, JWFAIRYTALE. I may not have the Kiss makeup that you wear, because I am not part of the Kiss army, that you obviously are. But I have stories which are just as good. So I am going today to start a new series where I'm going to dish the dirt on my memories. And I thought I would start off with the one person that I know best. I thought I would start off with the one person whose low conduct and debauchery brought even the Jehovah's Witnesses a bad name. Me. So, here I go. I'm going to tell you about me and all the crap I did when I was a Jehovah's Witness. Because we all did, didn't we? Oh, I paused. You saw the top of my head. Fuck, no. We all did stupid stuff when we were Jehovah's Witnesses. And we were all dicks when we were Jehovah's Witnesses. At least most of us were. I was completely. Maybe I'm still a dick now, who knows? But you can decide. But I'm going to tell you about the stuff that I did. Okay, so I'm going to start off and I'm going to tell you all my sins. And then when I tell you about other people's sins, elders particularly, then I won't feel so guilty because I'll have admitted my own. So what are some of the worst things I did? Okay, when I was a kid, I used to put pieces of rolled up paper in the contribution box and keep the money. I feel like this is like confession. Forgive me, Jehovah. It's been 15 years since my last confession. Okay, so the rolled up money in the paper in the contribution box was bad. Okay, in all fairness, though, when I got older and I started doing the contribution boxes, I discovered that a lot of kids did that, and a lot of buttons were found in our contribution box. I'm not sure who thought that Jehovah was getting funded via button currency, but some of you people have some consciousness to look through. Okay, so that was it. That was my first one, right? My second one, when I was in the hall early one day, I was doing the sound system. I put Metallica's Nothing Else Matters on the sound system and rocked out to it. I got caught for that though, mostly because I admitted it. I told it to a friend of mine who was just turned an elder, and he decided that that was a big deal and gave me a real chewing over that. Okay, what else? When the assemblies were on at the Ulster Hall in Belfast, I used to sneak across the road to the Super Bowl, which is now a hotel, because they did 3 games and a pint for a tenner. And at lunchtime, I used to forego my spiritual association and have 3 games of bowls for a tenner with the still very much Jehovah's Witness Johnny Gibson. Hello, Johnny, if you ever see this. He's a big ginger freak. How you doing, son? We used to do that along with my brother, Raymond Glynn, Davy Dugan. That was good fun. My best score ever, 187. I'm challenging you to be better than that, JWFAIRYTALE. I don't think you can. Okay, so that's what I did. I used to do that. Then at the Slane assemblies down south, I used to go to the pub pretty much for the entire afternoon sessions for a few years. I got quite partial to White Russians. Or sorry, Black Russians. White Russians are horrible. There's milk in those. Ugh. Black Russians are yummy though. So I drank that. So basically, it's a lot of vodka, a lot of Tia Maria, and Diet Coke. So I drank that quite a lot, and basically started, that sort of Saturday evening young Jehovah's Witnesses are going out thing at the assemblies. I sort of started that about 8 hours early, and did that. What else did I do that was bad? Oh, okay. I'm going to tell you the truth. This is possibly my moment of madness and caused me a great deal of dirty looks, although because I was so far away no one knew who I was, so I got away with it. I went to the special talk in Tolk Park, Dublin, sorry I keep banging the table, in Tolk Park, Dublin, for one of the governing body members who was coming over to give us a little spritzer of a talk. And I showed up, and I don't know if you're in the UK and you're watching this, there's something you always chant at referees. Okay, you might know what it is, but because they're wearing black and you shout something, you chant, and I'm going to tell you what it is. But anyway, just as the governing body guy was getting ready to give his talk, some guy walked on, dressed all in black, black shirt, black tie, black suit, black shoes, and he was doing the microphone, and he was adjusting the microphone, getting it just right, doing his little bit, and I couldn't stop myself. But there I was at the back of Tolk Park. It's a beautiful sunny day outdoors, and I just find myself starting to chant, too loudly obviously, "Who's the bastard in the black?" And of course, all the guys that I'd come with, who were all like the same age as me, were all like 18, 19, 20, froze and then burst out laughing. And all the adults around us turned around in horror at who this was. And I thought, I think this might be a good time to go to the pub. So I did. Okay, what else? What other bad experiences? What other terrible things did I do as a Jehovah's Witness? I grassed lots of people up. Oh, when I was really into it, I did that quite a bit. Although some of them were truly dicks. They're gonna move on to the next video. Yes, but anyway, so I've told you about who's the bastard in the black. I can't believe I got away with that. That is a shocker. So what was the? Oh yes, at the Slane assemblies, just before I packed it in, the local nuns had started doing witnessing outreach to the Jehovah's Witnesses, and I was on my way from the assembly to the pub, and I did not want to be held up in a religious conversation. So I told the nun when she tried to stop me, to be honest, I'm not really interested in any of this. Well, I covered my name badge. I'm such a bad human being. Anyway, obviously I was a terrible Jehovah's Witness. I've done all these things. I did that radio interview where I said we were really good. But obviously I wasn't very good for a long time. But I think maybe all of us had our moments. So we had our peaks and troughs. And my peaks, let me tell you, I was going there. I lickety split. I was going to be an elder. And at my troughs, I was somewhat above an apostate. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. That is my first expose, my first confessional about the Jehovah's Witnesses. The next one I'm going to do you one is about a guy called Rick. That's next. Thank you.